A Q&A with Ramon Bruin. Well, that's about fucking time, ain't it? Oh yes, let's start with a total abstract question. I'm actually not sure. I think it's like putting directly a label onto me so you can store me in the right box. Oh man, these questions. It's perhaps it's a bit the same as asking where are you in life, or where do you go and what thrives you. Like various stages. The answer depends on various stages of your life. Like when I was 8, Lego thrived me. And I'm like now 38, and Lego don't drive me no more. No, I still like it. That's between you and me. So, what kind of artist am I? I'm a happy artist. That's really all I know. Yeah. To me, it's like it's just like having a lot of fun, and that's really all I care about. So yeah, I'm a happy artist. I'm having fun. And I don't really play by the rules, but I'm not a rebellious kind of artist, not at all, no. But, well, I kind of make up my own rules as I go along. So to me, it's really about having a lot of fun, and that's all that matters to me. And well, like a lot of art out there is about love and pain or whatever, or it's painted by people who had a kind of a, well, bad childhood. But like I had a really good childhood, so there's not a lot of pain in my painting. Sometimes a little bit, but my art is more has more of a humorous twist to it. So it's probably a bit funny and mostly sarcastic. I'm, well, kind of sarcastic. And also perhaps a little cynical, but yeah. If like a painting of mine or one of my artworks provide a little smile on people's faces, and you really don't have to cry in front of one of my paintings. Just feel free to do it, but only if you really hate it. But there's like enough pain in the world, and well, there's absolutely no reason for me to contribute to that. That's not my cup of tea. And I guess I'm also not very pretentious. In the artwork, there are a lot of pretentious pricks, for sure. And well, I'm more of a, I guess I'm more of a down-to-earth kind of guy, pretty relaxed and laid back, I guess. So, yeah, that's me as an artist. I paint, I draw, I doodle, I mess with the mind, I fool the eye. So yes, I create paintings, drawings, and a little bit of photography, and I love combining these as well. So I love discovering new styles and new methods. So yeah, that's kind of what I do, and to me it's also the exploring part, which is really fun for me. It's not just creating a painting, but also just trying out different stuff, like for instance drawing on a canvas, or just try out stuff. So loads of things I created were like tryouts and ended up in the rubbish bin. So I guess to me it's also about failure. And it sounds a bit nasty, but I really try to embrace failure, because everybody, including me, hates to make mistakes. But I truly believe we should see it as our friend and as our mentor. And well, it really sounds a bit out there, but well, you can learn so much from mistakes, and yeah, I try to love making mistakes and really see the value of it. And still at this point, making mistakes it still doesn't feel good. So a lot of people, including me, try to stay away from making mistakes. You want to do it, just want to do it right the first time. Take this interview. I fucked it up already, so and I don't care. It's all good. It's all good. So there's not really a right or a wrong way. There's only a choice combined with misleading feelings. That's I guess that's really what it is. You can watch a YouTube tutorial video and copy exact what the person does, but you can also just try it yourself and fuck it up 10 times and just be rewarded with a great feeling of having something accomplished just on your own, and to really learn from the mistake you made and just enjoy the path. So yes, I like fucking up things. And I'm good at it. I'm really, really fucking good at it too. So I just like trying out new styles and new methods of painting and drawing, just till they become part of me, I guess. And there are quite a few artists out there who have like only one style of painting. And like I said before, it's all fine. There is no right or a wrong way, but and like having one style is really, really good as well, because it's very recognizable. So you instantly know which artist painted the painting you're looking at. So, but it's not for me. It's really not really. No, it's not for me. If it's not a fun way. Doing the same style over and over again for the rest of your life. That's like being the singer of a band, of a pop group with a number one song. When you have to sing that same song every night over and over again for the rest of your life. That, to me, that more sounds like a punishment than an accomplishment, I guess. So yes, I'd like to. I just like to keep searching, and it's not only within paintings or drawings, but also with different kind of brands or products to myself, just to push myself into a new direction. Just the various kinds of paints and products and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll keep searching, definitely. Now, what do I prefer? I guess this varies too. Like I said before, I sometimes like working with acrylics and then spray paints, and then I enjoy pencils. And like a week later, I enjoy oil paints or acrylic markers, or I have really so much stuff laying around, and I kind of keep on buying more and more just so I can have a go at it, just to try it out. And like most of my paintings, like the ones in the back, are like done with acrylics and spray paints from also the different brands. Like every brand and every type of acrylic paint has its own quality, and also its own downsides too. And to me, blending these gives me unlimited power and most of all, fun. I just love it. It's really part of me, of who I am. And I also love using like oil bars or pastel crayons or graffiti ink, or and it's like blending all of these materials together, which really gives such a great effect. And like when I have a painting, when I have a finished painting, and I should rewind the whole process, it is such a complex story. I can't do it twice. Sometimes there are like up to 30 layers of paint in a painting, so and they are like all contributing to the final painting. So yes, every painting I create is really one of a kind. I can't do it again, no, for sure. And sometimes a painting actually weighs a couple of kilograms heavier due to all the layers of paint. So yeah, I use quite a bit of that stuff. And I also like using a lot of masking tape. Like when you use masking tape, it creates a very crisp line, which really looks cool next to the loose paintbrush strokes or the spray paint effects. So you get a variety of effects of loose and tight, and well, it's all a blend. It's all there. And sometimes I work with big brushes or small brushes, paint rollers more. Sometimes I even use a little bit of like color pencil or a regular pencil or graphite on canvas, or special paints like chrome paints or whatever feels right to me. And it's really just searching for this really cool effects. Oh yeah, and besides all of that, I use like acrylic markers for my series of doodle paintings. These doodle paintings are really cool. And spray paint. I use also spray paint for these kind of paintings. And a little bit of airbrush as well, just to make it as tight as I can. And well, it's kind of depending on the painting or the artwork. I use a variety of materials. For the 3D drawings, I obviously use a lot of graphite pencil or color pencil. Sometimes I create a little underlayer of ink, and this underlayer really brings out the color of the pencil. Like the ink really gets into your paper, and the color pencil obviously lies on top of it, so it's really working together. And well, yeah, there's so much materials. So yeah. Well, the funny thing is they're actually not that different from each other. I know they don't look very similar, but there's a common thread. So let's start with the 3D drawings. The main thing about the 3D drawings is obviously the optical illusion. They appear to be 3D, but the drawing is actually as flat as a pancake. So this is this is created by drawing, obviously. The doodle painting is a step in between, sort of a step in between. To me, it closes the gap between drawing and painting. It's actually a combination of drawing and painting on canvas. So, and most of it I draw on canvas. And because I draw on canvas, I like to create all these fun little doodles. Just with the illusion of multiple layers in the middle. So it kind of appears they have multiple layers, but it's really not. And well, it's really built up just a massive amount of doodles. And like another style of mine is like the neo-expressionistic pop art abstract painting, which actually also has a slight optical illusion, as I love to paint it's like semi-realistic objects within the composition. So, well, you kind of have to look twice to see if there's really a gun or an eyeball or whatever, or a autumn leaf. Yeah, these kind of paintings has the appearance of multiple layers too, just by placing shadows. So yeah, the common thread is basically optical illusionism most of the time. Sometimes I just like to slap some paint on canvas, and well, for instance, I'm not a very big fan of like still life paintings. To me, they're a little bit boring, and I know, yeah, they have a really good composition, and you kind of make stuff interesting, blah blah blah. And that's, I know, it's really cool, but it's not really for me. So therefore, I decided just to paint a series of still life paintings, which to me are really funny, with like funny cactuses or stuffed bears with their head cut off, or a gun in the composition, or a tiny little Pac-Man ghost flying around, and well, yeah, stuff like that. And well, and some of the optical illusions, like mainly the 3D drawings, really capture the time we live in. So the time of internet. And why, you ask? Why? Well, it's... No, you didn't ask, I know. No, but it's like... because it is a style of art which actually works better photographed than seeing it in real life. And that sounds a bit unusual, but hear me out, please. It is a photographic composition of a drawing. So the drawing is the main subject of the photo, and it's like drawing and photography are obviously two totally different methods of creating art. And well, yeah, like mixing these was really done in this way. And the funny thing is, normally a painting is very hard to capture on a photograph. And even if you do capture it, it's still just a picture of a painting. So you have to imagine, it's like when you stand in front of a painting and you look at it with your own eyes, a painting can be really it can be really breathtaking. But when you take a photograph of the same painting, it's just a photo. You can see it on your laptop or on your telephone, but it's still just a photo. And probably the colors are a little bit off because it's really difficult to photograph a painting. And I kind of turned it around. So seeing one of my drawings in real life is just a drawing. It's flat. It's a flat, distorted drawing, and sometimes it's hardly recognizable. But when I photograph this drawing from the exact right angle and placing it in a sort of a composition, a photographic composition, it comes to life. And it really appears, it steps off the paper. So it looks 3D. And it actually looks, on the photograph, you can touch it. So it's sort of interactive. So I created drawings which came to life when photographed. And that's also that's the cool thing is to place your artwork online. you have to photograph it. So every artist, no matter what kind of art, who wants to show their artwork online, photographs his or her own artwork and placed online, obviously. So yeah, you kind of have to photograph it, and I kind of use it to my own advantage. And it was really a massive advantage. So, and especially these times of internet, of course, and like everybody's carrying a photo camera in his pocket these days, and with this same photo camera, yes, a smartphone, obviously. You can also check out the photographs of people all the time, everywhere, all the time. So with like the basic old school materials as a pencil and paper, holy hell, like a pencil and paper, I created like the fun 3D interactive living drawings, like which came to life online. So yeah, it's sort of, yeah, what a way to capture this age of internet. And yeah, you can even you can even compare this style with graffiti, I guess. It's like graffiti art is for everyone to enjoy. It's just like the artist creates it on a wall and it's just there. Everyone who is like passing by can enjoy this beautiful graffiti. And then I really, of course, mean the beautiful graffiti and not the stupid gang signs or like the gang tags and other vandalism stuff. I dislike that stuff. But really, just the cool phrases or the beautiful images on walls. And you can imagine there's a really good chance the artist who created it didn't get paid for what he created. He just he just funded it himself. He paid it for all by himself, and he just created it for everybody passing by. And it's kind of the same thing with my 3D drawings. I draw it, I photograph it, and then I place it online. And when it's online, it's really for everyone to enjoy it. So yeah, and it's free of charge. Just jump into it. Just jump into the digital world and enjoy it. It all starts with an idea. Like a situation or a moment which kind of captures my attention. And well, these moments tends to get stuck in my head, I guess. So I need to do something with it. Otherwise, I just can't get it out of my head. And when I do have an idea, I just start sketching, just a very basic sketch, just to create a simple composition. And I like to do this very loosely, like very fast, and just see if it feels right to me. Well, yeah, and I like to throw in a few characters, just a few, perhaps puppets of my imagination. Well, yeah, it has to be fun, and the second step is just to slap some paint on canvas. Really, I don't like working on a white canvas, so I slap some paint on it, and it's really randomly and very abstract, of course, and it's like acrylic and spray paint and oil bars and like everything blended together, and just to make sure I don't start on a white canvas. And well, the first layer, this is really the first layer, and works together with all the other layers eventually. When I'm satisfied with the first layer, I start painting. I start very loose at first, and I work tighter when I go along. So I build a painting layer by layer, and sometimes a layer has to dry for a day. So it can actually take a few months to finish a painting. And sometimes when I do not really like a part of the painting, I just repaint it with different colors and different effects, and I don't know, masking tapes, oil bars, spray paint. Well, you've seen it. I've got it all. So I kind of repaint that part of the painting, and I just keep on going until I'm satisfied. And that also really adds the weight to the painting, of course. And like really in the end of the painting, I like to add a few semi-realistic objects. And painting such an object can sometimes take as much time as the rest of the painting. So that's quite funny. People don't really realize that most of the time, but well, yeah. And the reason I'm doing it, for me, it's really it's a challenge to make the semi-realism work together with the the Neoexpressionistic and the blend of colors. These two are absolutely, totally different styles. So I love blending these two styles together and just create a unique focal point in a sort of a abstract blend of colors and paints. So to me, that's really fun. That's definitely fun. And like with the doodle paintings, the series of doodle paintings, it's a totally different approach. The way I see it like I explained earlier, it kind of closes the gap between drawing and painting. So I actually draw on canvas. I first start looking for a basic figure, just a shape which is recognizable for everyone, especially from a distance, like a grenade or a heart or a butterfly or a bomb or whatever. I guess that's the first step, and then I create like the illusion, like the shape has been copied on multiple layers, going slightly down step by step. That's and working. I'm working a lot with shadows. And then I draw doodles on every layer, and all the doodles and all text kind of blend to each other. So the fun thing to me, this is also really fun, and it's all about fun, of course. But because of all these doodles blending together, sort of new stories emerges, and like these stories everyone can relate to. So it sort of becomes very personal. And I don't know, you can probably see it as like hundreds of tattoos on canvas. And the 3D drawing, the drawings I create, that's a whole different story too. I just have these ideas and these little inspiration of thoughts, and I just grab some paper, work out a sketch, and just start drawing. Yeah. And sometimes only with like graphite pencil, and sometimes I use a bit of color pencil. It's kind of depending on the drawing I want to make or the effect I want to create. And yeah, it depends on the goal, I think. Yeah, and when it's finished, I create a photographic setting with like the drawing as the main subject of the photo, and I just shoot a photo from the exact right angle, of course. Yeah. So in 3D drawings, it's like objects, like physical objects, like architecture, toys, or animals, or anything physical really. And well, this style is really about fooling the eye. So it's like I have to create something which people have to look at it twice and still having doubts fully understand it. So that's really what I love. And to me, it doesn't really matter if it's like a couple of airplanes flying over the paper or a snake diving through the paper. It's all about the illusion. I like to really fool the eye of the viewer. And also the interaction is also very important to me with my own drawing, of the illusion of interaction, because to me that's the most important thing. And for the doodle paintings, I guess it's the main subject. Well, it's a blend of it all, of course, but it starts with the main subject. I sometimes just like to doodle with while listening to music. You can actually hear the words, the lyrics, and I kind of translate it into a doodle. And this way I kind of capture the moment of the painting. And sometimes I choose a subject and doodle everything my mind takes me about that particular subject. So it's just really thinking about that subject. So I made this mathematical painting once with a sort of a triangle, and it's all these mathematical signs and like sort of a history and all kind of educational stuff around it. So yeah, that's to me, it's sometimes a lot of weird stuff comes out, but yeah, that's to me that's a whole lot of fun. And sometimes I even can't remember why I drew a certain doodle. I create so much, even to me it's pretty dazzling. So and like the Neoexpressionistic paintings, that's a whole different ball game either. That really depends on how I feel. There's an ambulance passing by. That's not mine, by the way. I'm doing fine here. So now the Neo-expressionistic is a whole different ball game. It depends on how I feel. A lot of times I just take a really serious story or a scary moment out of my own life and paint it in a fun and absurd way. For instance, I got mugged once when I was traveling with a friend through Bali by 2 police officers, and that's of course that's pretty serious, but we still laugh about it. I mean, you can cry about it, but hey, we're still alive. you can we really have a good laugh about it. And I also, like this one time, I had a pretty serious car crash when I was traveling through Australia, and like ice cream was flying through the car, and our surfboards were all trashed, and it was a pretty serious accident, but really everything was fucked. But we got these memories, and these memories are pretty bad, but well, after a while, after time is passing by, you can laugh about it, and that's really what life makes fun. You can cry about it, but well, you can also not be a bitch and just just have some fucking fun. And well, yeah. And I guess within these styles, I'm also really inspired by like craziness and also pain and well, disturbed and absurdity and but also insecurity or and anxiety. And I know that's not really fun stuff, but it's worth fighting. So everything else becomes more fun again, of course. So yeah, these topics are definitely in my paintings, but well, kind of in a fun way, I guess. Oh wow, where do I start? I sell paintings around the globe, from like Kenya to China to Australia to the United States. Well, I've also done lots of exhibitions abroad, also in the Netherlands, but I don't know, Germany, America, Denmark, South Korea, Luxembourg, and much more. What else is there? I did a live 3D painting at a exclusive opening party at the release of the clothing brand of Chris Brown. So yeah, I've arranged an exclusive solo exhibition in London at a gallery of Leila Alieva. That's like the president's daughter of Azerbaijan. I created a few optical illusions for a limited edition magic box, which was created by the team of David Copperfield. That was lots of fun too. And well, yeah, I even I painted a complete living room, kitchen, furniture set for IKEA at a really big art show in Brussels. Those are really fun accomplishments, I guess. But not everything I do is necessarily has to be big, or I like doing the smaller stuff too. It's more like if there's a challenge in it, I like it. I'm really in. Yeah. To me, that's really important too. I've done a series of 3D drawings as advertisements. Two once. That's like a few years ago for the electrical network provider of Bora Bora. But there's also a lot of other products. It's like a shoebox. I designed a shoebox once, and that was really a cool concept. I still love it. And it actually, well, arise from the thought. The first thing people throw out is the box of course, because it's all about the shoes. But I kind of made up this concept where people wanted to just keep the box and just store some toys, whatever, in it. So the idea was to turn the shoebox into a work of art, and also with an optical illusion. So when you photographed this box from an angle, it appears to be hollow, and like all the sides was working together. And well, like I said before, everyone is carrying a camera. So it's really easy to do. So you order just a pair of shoes and you get this really cool box with it. You take a photograph, you can really see the illusion. Such a cool effect. And it's a really a very small step just to share this photo on social media. So that's really the times we live in, I guess. And when they do, like the owner of this shoe brand gets a ton of free advertisement. So it's like you get like art and free advertisement in one. So yeah, that's really cool. And I also did some other like collaborations or cooperations with different brands and companies for like watches and umbrellas and wine coolers. I created album covers, phone cases, shoes. I don't know, it really much more. And I believe there's still loads of work to be done, and well, I'm really looking forward to it. Sometimes, all the fucking time, but that's okay, really. There's a lot of stuff going on in my head, so I guess it wouldn't be fair to to expect others to understand the mess in my head. So even I am lost. Yeah. So like this one time I drew this classic ship. When it was done, I just threw it in a corner because I really didn't like it, and I just decided to post it online when I had like nothing left to post. So after about 3 months, I posted online, and it well, it kind of went viral instantly. And it was like the third time it went viral, and it got me like hundreds of interviews, TV shows, radio interviews, and well, the funny thing is, I really didn't like the drawing at first. So, yeah. And like this other time, I I created this super funny self-portrait. It was a 3D drawing, which was a photo of a drawing of an artist drawing a camera. That's super funny, right? And like when I posted online, I don't know, it got like 10 likes, so so yeah. Therefore, I just do my own stuff. I just work out my own ideas, and I just go in my own direction. I can understand why people don't really understand my art or really dislike it, and that's okay. That's really good, as long as I'm having fun. So I know it's not for everybody, and that's, well, it's the same with music, I guess. Some like rap, some like rock. Just chase your own feelings. It's all good. Well, I guess the main thing is, as long as you make sure you are having fun, then it's all good. Oh, and keep fucking up stuff. We all like fucking up.